Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon your time zone. My name is Muhammad Azim and welcome to ReadyForex.com London Forex trading session. I am going to present Elliot Wave Analysis and Forex Forecast. I mainly use Elliot Wave to trade and forecast the market. And I also teach different Forex day trading systems and strategies as well. So if you are interested, you can check out my website. There are different ways to contact me. Okay, let's get started. The first thing first, let us take a look at some charts and see what's going on. Okay, these are some of the past trades, the trades which have closed already. And over here I adjusted my buy limit pending order a little bit at 1.1378 in euro dollar. Okay, next let us go over to the daily analysis. So at this point in time, it seems to me euro dollar currency pair is going sideways. It seems to me price action is waiting for something to happen, like some kind of a breakout, I would say. Next, if you take a look at 4-hour time frame, I have identified a support level around this green color highlighted area, and that is the reason why I have placed my pending order. If you go over here around this same support level, okay. So the daily time frame trend is up, but on a shorter term basis, on a 4-hour chart, market is probably going to drop more. Okay. Now, when you trade, you need to always use money management rules to control risk, and you should always use a stop loss. Over here in Euro USD, market is sideways, and I expect further weakness in price action. After that, around so this is the area. Let me draw a trend line. That's what exactly I'm looking. So this is what I'm looking inside Euro USD currency pair. Next, if you take a look even a 15 minutes time frame, you can see this looks like to me kind of a triangle pattern over here. Maybe it's not a triangle, it's going to turn into some kind of a flat pattern. In both scenarios, I expect overall weakness in price action of euro dollar currency pair. And I'm only interested to buy if we get a bullish breakout or if market prints a new low and then turn around. Okay, next one is the US dollar index, the DX. Regarding the US dollar index, the DX, it's probably going to rise up more over here. And the tops are usually volatile, and this means we are most likely going to get some kind of a pullback inside US dollar index. So market is most likely going to drop over here, and then it's going to rise back up more. So the forecast is somewhat bullish, but on a short-term basis, the US dollar index, it's most likely going to drop first. Next one is the GBPUSD currency pair, which is currently testing this round number. Let me add another one. So we have two more round numbers over here. The first one is 1.3000, and the next one is going to be another one at 1.31. Let me write it down. So 1.3100. These are the different round numbers that we have. And if I go to a daily time frame, Zoom out a little bit. You can see right now the pound dollar is finding support around 1.3200 level. Now regarding the daily time frame, we also have this buy zone or support area over here inside pound versus United States dollar pair. Next, let us take a look at 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, same forecast, market is going to print a bottom and then it's going to rise up. So the daily time frame basically suggests a support area. Now support is there. This does not mean that you just jump into the market with a buy trade. The way I see market is going sideways, and we might get a low of in price action. So this looks quite possible that price action is going to print a new low, and then it's going to probably rise back up. So as far as the trading is concerned, or Elliott Wave Forecast is concerned, we have two ideas. One idea is to wait for the pullback in the market, a bullish leg, and then look for a possible sell trade setup if we do get one. Second idea is to look for the price action to print a bottom. Now bottoming patterns, they usually take some time to develop, and secondly, today market looks sideways. So the London market session is, it's currently open, but I think market is going to move sideways for next few more hours time until we see some kind of a breakout, because the smaller time frames like 15 minutes or 1 hour chart, they shows basically sideways price action. So we are most likely going to get a breakout in pound dollar currency pair. Next, let us take a look at Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, this market is probably going to drop a little bit more, and then I expect a retest of this trend line. So the way I see market is probably going to drop more over here and then expect bullish price action. And this pattern in terms of Elliott wave, this is called a zigzag, ABC zigzag. It's a corrective pattern. The long-term trend is obviously bullish, it's an uptrend. However, on a short-term basis, Aussie dollar currency pair is going to retest most likely this broken trend line, and then expect for the weakness in price action of AUDUSD currency pair. Okay. Next one, 4-hour time frame, same story. Market is most likely going to drop more inside Australian dollar versus United States dollar currency pair, 4-hour time frame. So price action is probably going to drop more. Then I expect some kind of a bottom. The same scenario that I have discussed inside the Euro USD currency pair as well. Okay. So if you want to buy it aggressively somewhere down over here, make sure you get some kind of a pattern or a trade setup. You should use your own day trading strategy. Do not just jump into the market. Okay, if you do not have a day trading strategy, you can learn it from my website as well. However, these are the two possible opportunities that I think market is going to provide, and we're going to get a bottom and then later expect a top in coming trading weeks inside Aussie dollar currency pair. Next one is the Kiwi, the New Zealand dollar versus United States dollar currency pair. By the way, if you like my analysis, hit the like button as well. Okay, regarding the NZDUSD currency pair, I'm going to first of all remove this Fibonacci expansion here. I don't think it's going to work. A good idea is to basically use the Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, and you see market managed to actually breaks through it. So this is a breakdown over here at 0.32% Fibonacci retracement level. Now market is most likely going to drop a little bit more. Okay, so I don't think market is just going to print a bottom over here. Let me show you what I mean by that inside a smaller time frame. However, inside a daily time frame, on a short term basis, the trend is down, and the pullback is basically going to provide us some sort of, I would say a sell trading chance to join the downtrend. In other words, okay, let's go to a 1 hour time frame. You can see price just keep printing lower swing highs and lower swing lows. So this is a downtrend going on. Now the way I see, if we go over to a 4 hour time frame, market is most likely going to drop more. So there is a corrective pattern going on. This is bearish wave A over here, and then we got bullish like wave B up there. After bullish wave B, the wave C is going on, which looks incomplete, or if we count this as a double zigzag, this one is W, X, and wave Y, it is still incomplete. So I expect market to move sideways a little bit, and then a drop. After a decline, expect a pullback. Now it's possible that we might get just a small size pullback, not a 200 pips bullish leg, but some sort of a retracement is pending. It's due inside New Zealand dollar versus United States dollar currency pair. So two possible opportunities. One opportunity is let the market fall more, okay, and once market completes the decline, completes the bearish impulse wave pattern, then the chances are high market is going to print a bottom. We have a support down over here actually. Let me highlight that support. Here it is. This is the support area, and the way New Zealand dollar is down, it might also provide us a false breakdown first, and breaks below this low over here, and people start thinking that okay, market is going down, and then from that point price action is going to rise back up, kick out the stop losses of sellers. So be very careful looking for sell setups. Okay, if you want to sell it, or you are interested in some kind of a bearish chart pattern, wait for a pullback up there. Let me change the color to red over here. Let's change the color to red. Where's the arrow? Okay, and this arrow would be green. Okay, so two possible setups over here inside New Zealand dollar versus United States dollar. So do not get fooled by a bearish false breakdown in price action. It is going to drop a little bit more, and when everyone starts thinking that price action is falling down, right at that time you usually get a reversal, and market take out the stop losses of most of the sellers and then goes back up. So the NZDUSD currency pair, I expect further weakness in price action of New Zealand dollar. Let me check out what's going on with regards to euro. Euro is still going sideways. I think it's going to drop a little bit more. I adjusted the pending order, which I already mentioned, and let's see how this goes if we do get a fill. Okay, next one is the US dollar Swiss franc currency pair daily time frame. Regarding the US dollar versus Swiss franc, I expect price action to rise up more, and we might get some sort of a pullback in market first. So this is the 4-hour time frame, and it's quite possible that price action is going to print a new high today and takes out the yesterday's high. Every day there's one high of the day and one low of the day, so it's quite possible that price action is going to break above the uh, Thursday's high of the day, and then prints a top, starts the decline after that. Okay, regarding the US dollar Swiss franc, we have two scenarios or two possible chart patterns. In terms of Elliott wave, we are getting this as an ABC zigzag. Okay, so these are the two possible setups. I would say two possible trade setups that we have. One is a sell, second is a buy. But do not just jump into the market just because the Elliott Wave forecast says that it's going to print a top. Use your own day trading strategies. Okay, and if you do not have a day trading strategy, check out my website. Next one is the US dollar Swiss franc 1-hour time frame, and these things usually break to the upside. Okay, and then expect a top and a drop. Okay, so if US dollar Swiss franc is going to rise up, then it means the uh, Euro USD is going to drop. That is the reason why I'm looking for a potential buy trade over here. Okay, I hope it now makes sense. Okay, next one is the spot gold. Spot gold, the way I see spot gold could go lower a little bit. Fool traders first, and when everyone start thinking that spot gold is going down, that's when market is going to rise back up over here. So my forecast is a little bit bullish. Then once market is going to rise and test this broken trend line, then it's quite possible that we are going to get a drop in price action of XAUUSD pair. So we got a confirmed breakdown of the trend line, but price action might try to retest this broken trend line before we get the second leg. Overall, this is a triangle pattern going on. This is a corrective Elliott wave pattern. It's a bullish pattern, and which suggests that as long as price action is staying above 2955.95 66 level, it is an uptrend in spot gold. However, on a short-term basis, this looks like market is trying to complete the corrective wave pattern over here. Okay, so I hope this one is clear. If you check out the 4-hour time frame, the gold is probably going to drop a little bit more before it goes back up. So the best idea is to look for a sell setup. I'm not saying you look for a sell trade. All I'm saying is look for a sell setup. And if you do get a sell pattern or a bearish pattern up there, then look for a potential sell setup to try to join the downtrend. Okay. So I hope this one is clear. Next one, we have two scenarios, by the way. The yellow one is the preferred wave count. The green and red is the alternative wave count. Both suggest market is going to rise up and then it's going to fall. It's going to drop more. Next one is the US dollar CAD currency pair, which is firing up. I expect more upside, by the way, inside USD CAD currency pair. Now market is going up, and we are most likely going to get some kind of a pullback. Probably the pullback is going to happen at the end of today's session, or probably on Monday. We get this sort of a pullback. So overall, I think USD CAD is going to rise up more, but on a short-term basis, wait for a pullback. Now, if you check out the 4-hour time frame, okay, so we have this support over here. This is the support area. Let me change the color of this arrow. So once market is going to hit 137.97 area, that's the level you should be looking for some kind of, a buy pattern or bullish pattern. Okay, use your own day trading strategies to try to find, and if you do get a buy setup over here, then obviously you can take a trade with money management rules. So far you see price just keep going up over here, and people start thinking that okay, the money train is leaving, so they should also open a buy trade. Okay, but the Elliott wave suggests that we're most likely going to get a pullback at or around 0.382% Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, so price action is basically setting up a trap for buyers, and what I would do if I were you is to wait for price action to drop around the area and then look for a potential bullish pattern to appear at 0.32% Fibonacci retracement level. Okay. Next one is the US dollar Japanese yen, and we got a confirmed bullish breakout over here this time. Now market is going to start the decline. So today I think the way price action is firing up, the way I see market is most likely going to drop. Let's see, 148.27. Okay, let's go over here. Now we might get a further bullish upside first. So a conservative approach is, or I would say a safe approach is to wait for a pullback around 148.27 area. Okay, so once market hit that, then from this area or this support level, we might get a bounce in price action. Okay, so we have this nice support at 148.27 area right over here. Okay, now if you take a look at 4-hour, same story, waiting for the pullback. If you check out the rainbow, well, rainbow trading strategy produced some good buy trading opportunities, and those who know how to trade with the rainbow trading strategy. It's my very own trading strategy, and I also teach it online as well. Under the Forex day trading section, you can find it out. It's a trend following trading strategy. So they made profit, and market is clearly going up over here. And right now we're getting a pullback over here, and who knows, maybe somewhere around this area we might get another buy signal over here. Next one is the GBPJPY. My forecast is bullish for the pound yen. GBPJPY, it's most likely going to rise up more. Also, I do have the alternative Elliott wave count, which suggests that market is probably going to drop and 195.33, that's the level that you need to watch. If you check out the rainbow over here, we got the crossover, and in a 15 minutes time frame, now it's bullish. So the GBPJPY, it seems to me it is going to rise up more. Next one is the euro yen. We got this big out to the downside over here. Okay, now it's quite possible that market is probably going to rise up more over here. Okay, we might get a new high in the market, but at least on a short-term basis, euro JPY is going to rise up first, and then it's probably going to start the decline. So, and as far as the Elliot wave term, this looks like to me we got this as bearish wave A, expect a pullback wave B, and then expect a wave C to the downside. Okay. Next, let us take a look at 4-hour time frame. So same story. We can also use Fibonacci retracement level, and let's see where market is currently hitting it. Okay, right now price action is finding resistance around 0.618% resistance level, so it might try to rise up a little bit more over here. Let me adjust this fib level. Okay, so the way I see euro JPY, we could get a drop, but overall I think we are most likely going to get a pullback, a bullish leg to the upside first, and then the chances are high that price action is going to start the decline in euro JPY currency pair. Next one is the WTI crude oil. Crude oil, the trend is down as you already know, but on a short-term basis, market is going to rise up. Now I told you about the retest over here, so look what happened. We got an exact retest at 68.30. That was a nice buy scalp trade for short-term traders. Okay, so this was a retest, and then market bounced up over here about 9 to 10 points. So if price action is going to break below 68.30 level, then obviously it is going to open the door for further weakness. However, it's also possible that price action is probably going to rise up top inside WTI crude oil. Okay, next one is the spot silver. Now regarding the spot silver, the way I see market is trying to drop further. Overall, it's like to me a bearish wave for corrective Elliott wave pattern. So we might get a drop like this inside spot silver XAG USD pair. Let me change the color of this trend line. So go over here, and once we get the pullback somewhere over here, then market is probably going to drop more. Overall, it is going to print a sideways looking price pattern inside daily chart. Okay, so as far as the setup is concerned, what I would do if I were you, in my humble opinion, a good idea is to wait for a pullback in the market, and then look for a sell pattern or a bearish trade setup up there. Okay. Okay, let me deselect all of these. So the XAG USD pair spot silver market is probably going to drop more, but wait for a pullback, and this area, somewhere around this area, it is going to provide us a good sell trading chance, a pattern and you can use your day trading strategies or chart setups to look for the trades at the points which I have mentioned. So here's the buy side down over here, allow the market to drop more and then look for market to print some kind of a bullish pattern. Okay, so if you like my analysis, smash the like button. Okay, I need support. I do all of this effort, create these charts, do the analysis. So hit the like button and subscribe to my channel as well. So over here you see we got the support down over here. That is the reason I told you guys that market is most likely going to find some buyers over here. Now market has a tendency to create false breakouts, so it's quite possible that it is going to drop even further. Okay, and then expect a drop. So it's quite possible that the spot silver is going to take out this low over here, and when everyone starts thinking that price action is going down, right at that time market usually gives a surprise and goes in an opposite direction. Okay, we have this resistance up there. Let me see what's the level. Okay, 39.11. Okay, adjusted 9.1. Okay, so in terms of Elliott wave, the way I see XAUDUSD currency pair is going to drop more. It's not going to stop, and this is the first leg, by the way. In terms of Elliott, this is the wave A, and it's an actionary wave, and then expect a pullback, wave B over here, and then after wave drive bearish leg, to the downside. So regarding the Euro USD, let's go back to the chart. So Euro USD is going nowhere. It's just moving sideways. It might fall, and if it does, my plan is to buy down over here. But I have placed a stop loss. Losing trades do occur. It is the cost of doing the business. So always trade the market with money management rules, and always put a stop loss. If you are wrong, take the loss, get out of the market, and move on to the next trade. Okay, you do not marry your trades. If it's a winning trade, close the trade, take the money off the table, market hit your target, you close the trade with a profit, get out of the market. Okay, that's pretty much it for today from my side, and if you have any questions, feel free to type inside the chat box and I will be happy to answer your questions. So let's go back to the euro. Regarding the euro, I already told you that euro is it's going to drop a little bit more, and somewhere around this area we're going to get a bottom in price action of euro USD currency pair. Okay, I think that's enough for the day, and I will try to do the New York market session analysis, let's say after, I would say after 6 hours time, six and a half hour time probably. Okay, so that's it from my side. So have a nice day and bye bye.